So we need as Africans to start learning that our connection to each other is not only linked in terms of our languages, but our totemic connections to our tribal, animalistic, that connects us deeper as Africans than anything else. So forget about your language. Forget about your passports, which these Afrikaners and Europeans came here to give us these passports that demarcate us into small little columns of meaninglessness. Our real passport must be an African passport. We all belong to this continent. We need our governments to stop lying and telling us stories of how budgets and what. There is enough resources in Africa for every African child that is on the ground. We don't need to kill each other. There's enough diamonds in Africa, enough tantalite, enough chrome, enough zinc, enough magnesium, enough gold, enough oil for ourselves, copper, enough food for ourselves in Africa. There's no need, enough sea and fish. People cannot be bad like goats. You can't. People must move where they want to move to, live where they want to live, particularly if they are Africans. And for that reason, I say xenophobia, it can only be informed by the misconception of those that have been colonized. Unless and until you understand that to be an African is not a passport, to be an African is to be humankind, is to be mankind. When you see another person that looks like you, like this, that person belongs here. Whether they're in America, they're in China, they're in Indonesia, they're in Asia, does not matter. If you see them with the same complexion, they belong right here. And no African must touch another African because these are our blood relatives. We cannot live in Europe and we're called illegal immigrants. We go to America, we're called aliens. As if we don't have a country of our own. There's only one place we're going to be calling home, and that home is Africa. So Africa is for Africans. Not only Africans, it's for Black American Africans, it's for Aboriginal Africans, for those Africans that are in the islands, for the Africans that are in Asia and everywhere else. As long as you see someone that looks like you, that person belongs here to the mother continent. That's Ubuntu Nation. That's Ubuntu Nation. That's what I stand for.